Turning now to the other big story, as the Washington Post has put it, not since the 1960s have so many states in the Middle East been engaged in so many wars. Here's how complicated it's become. We are trying to negotiate a deal with Iran to curb their nuclear program. In Iraq, we are aligned with Iranian-backed militia fighting ISIS. In Yemen, we are aligned with Saudi Arabia against Iranian-backed rebels who are trying to topple the government there. And we are joined now in the studio by Saudi Arabia's ambassador to the United States, Adel al-Jubeir. Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, glad to be here.
This has become so complicated. It's like the old, you don't know the players without the scorecard here. It is extremely complicated. Now, your king is saying that the Saudi airstrikes, which began in Yemen last week, are going to continue until Saudi Arabia reaches its goals there. What are the goals?
The objective is to protect the people of Yemen from a radical organization that is allied with Iran and Hezbollah that has virtually taken over the country. It's to defend the legitimate government of Yemen, and it's to open up the way for political talks so that Yemen can complete its transition period and move towards a better place.
Is what this really is, Mr. Ambassador, is a proxy war, Saudi Arabia on one side and the Iranians on the other, because they are backing these rebel groups in Yemen right now.
That's correct, but I wouldn't describe it as a proxy war. I would describe it as a war of necessity. We had no choice. We tried every possible way to avoid it. The Yemenis tried every possible way to avoid it. Agreements were made, and every single agreement that was made with the Houthis, 67 of them to be precise, the Houthis reneged on. And so they continued to take over the country. And when they were virtually about to take over the city of Aden with its president, we had to step in order to, in response to the request by the legitimate government to do so under Article 51 of the UN.
How much did Iran have to do with the Houthis?
A lot. The Houthis are ideologically affiliated with Iran. The Iranians have provided them with weapons, the Iranians have provided them with advisors, and the Iranians have provided them with money.
Are you, the Arab League has now said they're going to come together and form a coalition here. What is this, some sort of rapid response force that you're talking about? And would you expect ground troops in Yemen?
I think these are two separate issues. The use of force in Yemen is to defend the legitimate government and protect the people of Yemen. We have a coalition of over 10 countries that are participating in those operations. We are determined to continue the operations until the objective is achieved. This is one part. The Arab League agreed to the creation of a force that would be similar to a rapid deployment force. The purpose of this force would be to go after extremists, go after terrorists, to support countries that may not have the ability to do the job on their own. And this is an idea that has been discussed for some time now, and the Arab leaders at the summit in Sharm el-Sheikh agreed to begin to establish such a force.
Well, do you see such a force going into Yemen?
I don't know that anyone wants to go into Yemen in terms of land forces, but we don't rule anything out. We have sufficient forces in the current coalition, if need be, to go into Yemen. But right now the objective is being achieved through an air campaign.